Hello, hello, hello. This is Aluna ASMR, and today I am going to do a test with you. Now, what this test is meant to determine is what type you should be choosing for your starter Pokemon. Now, no matter what main series game you play, no matter what region you go to, you always have a choice to make to choose either the water starter, the fire starter, or the grass starter. I am here to help you determine which of those three types you should be choosing. Doesn't even matter what region, whether it's Paldea, whether it's Sinnoh, doesn't matter what game, whether it's black or white, whether it's Ruby or Emerald, or any of those. You always have to choose one of those types. Now then, I am going to give you a variety of questions that you will need to answer in order for us to find that answer. Some of them you're going to have to answer based on instinct. Some of them will be based on your personality or your own personal beliefs. Some of them will just require you to use your imagination. Sounds intriguing, right? Well, with that said, we're going to go ahead and start with the very first question. Okay? I will say, before we officially begin, that you will need to keep track of your choices, your options, your score. This is going to be based off of an ABC system. So your answer is going to be whichever of those letters you come across the most often, whether you answer with A's, B's, or C's the most often. So you'll have to keep track of that, okay? I know most of you are probably aiming to fall asleep, so if anything, you can just take this a couple of times until you stay awake the entire time to know what your result will be. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Now then, this first question is going to be based off of instinct. Now, I'm going to show you three different colors. Three different colors, and you are going to have to answer the most honestly as to which color you see first. It doesn't matter where in the screen it is, it doesn't matter what your favorite color is, you are going to have to be completely honest with yourself to determine which color you see first. If you don't answer honestly, then that just kind of makes your test void, doesn't it? Alright, we're going to go ahead and begin. There's going to be three of these color questions, okay? And it's going to go relatively quickly. This isn't going to have to do anything with overthinking. You're just going to have to go for it, okay? Alright. Let's go ahead and get started. I have three colors that are going to show up, and I'm going to give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1. When I say 1, I'm going to flash the colors, and then you are going to have to decide which one you see first. Okay? I am going to show the colors in the 3, 2, 1, go. Which color did you see first? Which color? Okay. I'm going to give you a second set of colors. You don't know where they're going to come from. You don't know what colors they're going to be. They're just going to show up, and you're just going to have to choose which one you see first, okay? Alrighty. Go ahead and go in the 3, 2, 1. Alright. Which color did you see first that time? Interesting. I'm going to give you the third set of colors. Once again, you don't know where they're coming from. You don't know what colors they're going to be. You're just going to have to answer with which color you see first, alright? Alrighty. I'm going to show you these last colors in 3, 2, 1. Alrighty. Now, just as a tiebreaker, I'm going to show one more set of colors. I understand that there are 3 colors in 3 rounds, so I want to make sure that no one ends up with one of each of the options. So with that said, I'm going to flash one more set of colors, okay? I'm going to randomize it. You don't know what colors they're going to be or where they're going to come from. I am now going to show you those colors in 3, 2, 1. And that was the tiebreaker. Alrighty. Now then, I'm going to go ahead and give you your 3 different options to choose from. So, if you chose mostly reds and oranges, your answer for this question is A. If you chose mostly cool colors like purples and blues, your result for this answer, for this question, is going to be B. And then finally, if you chose greens, your answer for this question is going to be C. Alright, go ahead and tell me which of those options were your answer, A, B, or C. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go to the next question. So, I am going to roll a 12-sided die, and it is up to you to guess what number it's going to be. Okay, it is a 12-sided die. So the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you have to guess what number I'm going to roll. Are you ready? Alright, I'm going to roll it. And the number is... You don't get to know. You don't get to know what number it is. How does that make you feel? Does that make you feel disappointed? Does that make you feel anxious, angry, or do you not care? Because I'm not going to tell you what number that is. I'm not going to tell you what number it is. I can see it right now. Right in front of me, the number is... You don't get to know. You don't get to know what the number is. How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel more like A, angry? Does it make you feel more like B, apathetic, indifferent? Or does it make you feel more like C, anxious? Interesting, interesting, very, very interesting. I would still like to know what number you did guess. What was the number in your head? What did you think the number was going to be? Did you think it was going to be an 11 or 12? Were you aiming really high? Were your expectations really high? Was it somewhere in the middle? Did you guess a number between 5 to 10? Somewhere in the middle. Or were your expectations a lot lower? Were your expectations low? Did you think that this number was going to be a 4 or lower? If you thought that the number that I rolled was going to be a 12 or 11, your answer for this question is A. If you thought it was going to be more in the middle, anywhere from 5 to 10, your answer for this question is B. And if you were aiming lower, if you thought that this number was going to be anywhere from a 1 to a 4, your answer for this question is C. Interesting. Let me write that down for you. Alright, next question. So, imagine. You are about to fight another trainer in a Pokemon battle. They are much more experienced than you, and you're not sure if you can win, as all of your Pokemon do poorly against their team. What Pokemon are you going to see on the field? So the Pokemon that other person that is more experienced than you is going to throw onto the field, what is that Pokemon going to be? A Rhyperior, B, a Zebstrika, or C, a Crobat? A Rhyperior, B, Zebstrika, C, Crobat. Now, next up, next section of the test, I am going to give you some more personality based questions, okay? Lovely. First up of this personality based section, what motivates you the most? A, passion and excitement, being the best no matter what you have to sacrifice. B, you're not really sure yet, but you try your hardest despite your uncertainty. Or C, growth and learning, as in you always want to improve even if it's slow or it takes a while. Which one, A, B, or C? Yeah. Can you elaborate on that? Okay. Interesting, very interesting. Alrighty, perfect. Lovely response, thank you. Your next question is going to ask, how do you react to change? Like, some big change in your life has just happened, whether you are needing to move, whether someone you know maybe is moving far, far away and you're very close to that person. Something big is happening in your life. How do you react? A, maybe you're like, oh, finally, I was getting bored. Meaning you like to shake things up and you like to dive into the unknown. Or maybe you're more like B. B is, I'll need time to adjust, but I'll get there. Like, you're not afraid of change, but it does stir up your emotions a little bit. Maybe you're a little bit afraid, but you know you'll get through it no matter what. Or C, why fix what wasn't broken? I liked how things were before. As in, you value consistency and you take change slowly and thoughtfully. Maybe you don't even like change at all. What do you think? A, B, or C? Perfect. Lovely. All right. Very good response. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Next question is, what do you need to do in order to calm yourself down? To calm down. Calm down, 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 calm down. Is it A, anything with movement, like running, maybe yelling, dancing, doing anything with your body? Like, you just need to release the energy somehow. Or are you more like option B? You need to talk it out with someone that you trust or that you're really close to, or maybe even just you need a shoulder to cry on. Or are you the most like C? You need time alone to yourself, maybe in your room, in the bathroom, outside, in nature. You just need some calmness in order to think things through. How do you calm down? How do you calm down? Which one are you more like, A, B, or C? Okay. Lovely, good response. All right. I believe I have 2 more personality questions for you. So your next one is asking how you handle conflict. How do you handle conflict? Do you handle it more like A, you face it head on, even if it causes sparks, you won't let anything fester? Or are you more like B, you try to listen and understand both sides? You want peace, but your feelings run deep. Or are you more like C, you stay calm and patient? You'd rather avoid drama. Maybe you'd avoid the conflict overall, just completely avoid it. Just walk away. It has nothing to do with you. A, B, or C? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Oh, okay. So that's how you handle conflict. I understand, that's valid. I understand. That makes sense. I feel like I'm starting to get to know you really well with all these questions. Thank you for being so open, by the way. Lovely. Alright. We're getting closer and closer to what your final result will be, but we need a couple more questions in order to solidify that for you. So, we're gonna keep going. You have one more personality-based question now. For this one, it'll take a little bit of imagination, so pretend that there is a big blank canvas in front of you, and someone is asking you to paint a picture. Which of these three responses, A, B, or C, is going to best represent how you handle this, how you're going to go about this, your approach? Are you more like A? You splash bold colors everywhere with big, bold strokes. Are you more like B? You let your feelings guide you. Maybe small blots or maybe wild swirls, whichever it best matches your mood in that moment. Or are you the most like C? You plan your layout carefully and you add layers and details slowly. Think about it. Which one of those best represents you, A, B, or C? Is that how you usually approach most tasks, with that same energy? That makes sense for you, yeah. I agree, yeah. I think that matches you really well. I think it does, yeah. That matches you really, really well. Alright. Okay, so for this next question, you are going to have to really dig deep. This is going to be you at your most vulnerable. Are you ready? Sure. Alright. Open up for me. I know I've already been asking you to open up, but really open up for this one. Be honest, okay? Sometimes you feel like people misunderstand you. Maybe they only see the person you are on the outside. Deep down, what do you wish that the people in your life truly knew about you? Do you feel the most like A, that you're more than just loud or intense, as in this, that people see you as bold, impulsive, or just too much? But you do have a lot of heart. When you care, you really care. You fight because you feel. You lead because you want to protect. You wish that people understood that there's care and love under all of that energy, under what a lot of people deem as being too direct or rude. That's A. Are you more similar to B, that you feel everything and you've learned to carry that? So maybe the people around you think that you are soft or overly emotional, but there's strength in sensitivity. You absorb the world around you and think that it can be a lot, but you always try to respond with kindness. You're not fragile, you're just deep. Or are you the most like option C, that you're quiet because you're thinking? You don't always speak up, and sometimes people take that as indifference. But you observe everything. You notice when people need help, and you care deeply about what you do, and you find peace in the little details that others overlook. Your strength isn't loud, it's steady. So which of those is the closest to you, A, B, or C? and you can replay the video if you need to hear those options again. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing that with me. We're almost done. I have one more question for you. Are you ready? Now, this is the question that's probably going to take the most imagination. So, if you're not already, I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Have you closed your eyes? I sure hope so. Because for this, you are going to imagine yourself going for a walk. You're going for a walk and it could be anywhere you want it to be, anywhere at all. Going for a walk. How's the weather? Picture the weather. What's the weather like on this walk that you're taking? Are you sweating in the heat? Or is there a light drizzle hitting your face? What do you hear? Do you hear birds chirping in the trees, or do you hear the busy chattering of people walking by? Or is there the sound of waves crashing in the distance, or even the soft ripples of a nearby brook or river? Picture it. What do you hear? What do you hear? Keep taking those steps. Keep going forward on this path. Keep walking forward. What do you hear? What do you feel? What about what you see? What do you see around you? Picture what you see. What do you see? Take a moment on this walk you're taking. Do you see lush pine trees? Do you see tall and towering canyon walls? Or maybe you even see a pale sandy beach. Now, wherever you are on this walk, I want you to concentrate on it. Concentrate on the surroundings, what you see, feel, hear. Form those details. Keep taking that walk. Grab onto those details. Remember them. Picture them in your mind. You're still closing your eyes. Don't open your eyes just yet. Picture where you are. Make sure it's a place you want to be in. Hone in on it. Now you can open your eyes. Open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes. Was that a good walk? Alright. I am now going to give you 3 different options, and you're going to have to choose which one fits the best with the surroundings you pictured yourself in. Okay? So, was your walk the best described as a sunny trail within a canyon and warm wind brushing against your face? Was it more like B, a cool misty beach with waves gently crashing? Or were the surroundings of your walk the most like C, a forest path with soft moss and birds chirping overhead? Alright, I am going to give you a moment to count up your score to determine which letter you got the most frequently, A, B, or C. Take a moment to tally it up. Some of you may already know. Hope you're ready. Give you a couple more seconds. I'm sure you're excited to hear your results. Now, this doesn't have to be the choice that you always choose when you're starting a new playthrough, but it is something that I want you to keep in the back of your mind, that this is likely the type that best fits you as an individual. let's see what you got. Based on the results that you have gotten on this test I have administered for you, there were 3 different options, A, B, and C. Now then, if you got mostly A's, you are a fire type. You are someone that is going to find the most success in choosing starters like Charmander, like Cyndaquil, like Scorbunny, any of those fire guys, because you are the kind of person who burns bright. You're passionate, bold, and full of energy. Whether you're making people laugh, charging into a new idea, or standing up for someone you care about, you never do things halfway. Some people may call you intense, but that's because there's a spark inside of you. You're the kind of person who brings warmth into a room, you follow your heart, take risks, and you speak your mind even when it's scary. So, your ideal companion would fit that kind of energy, being loyal, brave, and to run beside you at full speed. So that is if you chose mostly A's. So congratulations. This is your starter. Now we're going to move on to those of you who chose mostly, I already revealed it, mostly B's. So that means you are a water type trainer if you chose mostly B's. This means that you are a feeler. You are gentle, flowing, and deep. You understand others, even if they don't say a word about how they're feeling. Your emotions are a strength, not a weakness. You adapt to your surroundings with grace. Even when the world feels heavy, you're comforting, you're introspective, and surprisingly strong when it counts. You may not always say what you feel right away, but you do feel in any sort of relationships or connections that you have. So your companion would best match your energy in that they are sensitive, loyal, and just as reflective and steady as you are. So if you chose mostly B's, you are a water type trainer. And that leaves, last but not least, you may have guessed already, if you chose mostly C's, you are a grass type trainer. So the kind of person that you are if you chose mostly C is that you are grounded, you're thoughtful and always growing. You may not always be in the spotlight, but you're the one person that people turn to for wisdom, for calmness, or just for quiet strength. You move at your own pace and you find joy in building things slowly and appreciating the small things. You're a nurturer at heart, you have a strong sense of values, and you have a love for what's natural and real. You're more observant than people think, and your patience and persistence makes you a quiet force to be reckoned with. So your companion as a grass type trainer would be peaceful, reliable, and will be by your side no matter what, through rain, through shine, through anything. And that was the type test. You just finished this test, so I hope that you had a lot of fun taking this test and maybe you found out some new things about yourself. But yeah, with that said, we are going to go ahead and end this video. Again, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to see more videos like this, I would be more than happy to comply because this was actually a lot of fun to do. Maybe we could do a quiz with different kinds of types other than fire, water, grass, who knows? We'll see. But with that said, I hope that you have a very, 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 very good night. That you have very sweet dreams. And I will see you next time.